And what MLK Day is all about is to remember the past, remember the legacy of MLK, but to not forget that there's action and purpose today, that there is a call to action that MLK and all the civil rights leaders said, it's about you. We always talk about that great speech and the great quote from MLK that the arc of the moral universe is bent towards justice. You got to read the next half of that speech when MLK says, because you're pulling on it, because you are forcibly bending it towards justice. It doesn't do it on its own. It takes people, it takes citizens, and it takes every one of us to do that. So when I went down,
I didn't care. I just wanted to get my anger out, my tension out, and I didn't care. Then I started reading about George Jackson, Assata Shakur, and a bunch of the brothers in the revolution, and they gave you that mind frame, like, what am I fighting you for? You're not my enemy. Because, you're my brother. Like, when you realize who your enemy is, then you finally get a real friend. I read that somewhere, I don't know where. But I just felt like George Jackson saved my life in so many different ways. As far
And
as
to
me.
that other young Black boy seeking guidance, Malcolm X's legacy encourages you to be unapologetically yourself, stand firm in your beliefs, and to strive for knowledge and understanding. Malcolm X's journey is a testament to the transformative power of education and self-reflection, proving that even in the face of adversity, one can rise to become a force for positive change. In conclusion, let us remember Malcolm X, not only for his activism, but for the complexity of his character and his commitment to growth. His legacy challenges us to confront justice and inequality with courage and resilience, inspiring generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
You express a great deal of anxiety over the willingness to break laws. This is certainly a legitimate concern. Since we so diligently urge people to obey the Supreme Court's decision of 1954, outlawing segregation in the public schools. At first glance, it may seem rather paradoxical for us consciously to break laws. One may ask, how can you advocate breaking some laws and obeying others? The answer lies in the fact that there are two types of laws, just and unjust.
And I think Angela Davis realized early on, oh, I see why you want to keep Black folks locked up, because this is a form of slavery. And if you can condition people to think that way, they then accept it and it becomes the reality of the world in which we all live in.
So
Did I answer?
throughout the Red Summer of 1919 and beyond, no journalist did more to chronologize the lynching and other forms of terror inflicted on Black people than Ida B. Wells Barnett from East St. Louis, Illinois, to Elaine, Arkansas. Her pen was an instrument of justice. And so I just
dreamed
wanted
that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state of sweltering with the heat of injustice, oppressions, will be transformed into the oasis of freedom and justice.
I have a dream that my little 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a